What's up, you guys? It's Jenny, and it is a beautiful day. I've got the door open today, and it is so freaking pretty outside. It's awesome. I've just been like waiting for this really pretty weather. And today, I'm going to be reading you a bunch of like my favorite Jack Kerouac quotes. I love Jack Kerouac, and I'll also have a playlist ready for you guys that you can listen to also. So if you want to start that on your phones, it's so much easier for you guys to have your own speaker or your own phone and play the music. And that way it doesn't override what we're doing here, where you can actually hear me and like amongst the music and stuff. Sorry, I'm going to take my necklace off, or it's going to hit me in the face the whole time I'm practicing. Okay. So something that's been driving me mad lately. This is why I love like reading quotes from Jack Kerouac and other people like that, because it really helps to connect me back to my truth and to help me be authentic, to who and what I am without that feeling of being ashamed or embarrassed or care about what other people think. He says, the only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. The ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, 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 like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars. I love that, and I'll read it again to you guys later, just so you can hear it again. And a lot of these quotes that I'm going to read you today are just things you can chew on. But a lot of what Jack Kerouac was writing about was being in our truth and just being kind. Just be kind to people. Just be ourselves. Just appreciating every moment of our life. That's literally like one of his quotes, is just appreciate every moment of it. Just be here, be now, be you. Be kind. Like, that was basically just the fundamentals of his message. Very basic, but very like deep and meaningful, right? And I've just been so frustrated lately with just this game that we play of like meeting other people's expectations in our lives and having to look just so in certain company and things of that nature. I'm just so freaking over it. Like, I'm so done. I don't even care what people think about me anymore. And it's one of those things, like, you read those quotes that talk about, like, as women age and they get older, and it's like, they get to that point where they're just like, screw everybody else, man. Screw everybody else. I am going to be who I am. I don't care what anybody else thinks about me. You just get to that age where you're like, I am done. I'm done with the bullshit. And it's funny because that's also the age where people are like, oh man, she's turning into a real bitch. But it's like, no, I'm not turning into a real bitch. I'm just not going to play this stupid ass game with you people anymore. I'm done. I'm going to just be me. I'm going to do my thing. And it doesn't matter how weird you think it is, how awkward, how terrible, how wrong, how bad, how good, how amazing. None of it matters. None of that stuff matters. None of that stuff is going to make me happy. None of that stuff is going to do anything for me. Everything that I need comes from inside of me. So that is just some kind of mental perception or understanding that I'm going to have to come to on my own. In every experience I have, everything that I do here in this time and space, it's all just an opportunity to know myself. It's all an opportunity to know myself better, to know myself deeper, more intimately than I would know any other human in the world. It's all just that, it's amazing opportunity just to get to know myself, to honor that, and to just be as fully and completely that version of being. Without the bullshit, without the games, without the other stupid crap, I haven't gotten mad, I haven't gone crazy. I'm not a bitch. I am just figuring out who I am, what I love, what's authentic to me, and I'm honoring it, right? course, I'm speaking of myself, but I mean, I think that at some point, I hope we all come to that understanding, that knowledge of our being, that, you know, it's not for anybody else other than myself. I'm doing this thing here only for myself, or I hope I am, right? That's the hope, is that I'm doing that whole process of elimination and understanding and diving deep into who and what I am and learning about my self-expression and the way I experience things. It's about being kinder to myself. It's about giving myself more space to just be in my truth, to stop with all fucking judgment. Like, excuse my French, y'all, but we're so good at it. Judging other people, judging ourselves, letting other people judge us. Like, God, we just have to stop. It's madness. It's crazy. It's so much judgment. We can't just allow things to be. Just accept things as they are and freaking roll with it, right? So today we're going to be reading some of those Jack Kerouac quotes. Just something to chew on. Maybe one of these quotes will really stand out for you today and like really light something inside of your heart. I'm going to read that quote for you one more time because I was a little wonky with it the first time. That quote that inspired me today to have this class be themed that way was, the only people for me are the mad ones. The ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. The ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, 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 like a fabulous yellow Roman candle exploding like spiders across the stars. Just give ourselves over to it fully and completely. Allow ourselves to just go through the experience of exploding across the sky. Like, allow ourselves to do that. Don't withhold, don't contract away, don't pull back. Allow ourselves to really be fully and completely, explosively who and what we are. So, let's go ahead and start getting comfortable in our easy seated position. Coming into your breath. Allow the breath to become meditative, working towards the equal length of inhalation to exhalation. Eyes are closed, drawing the attention and awareness back inside. Drop the shoulders back and down. Allow the spine to feel super long. Just really like feeling into the beauty of the length of that spine. How good it feels to sit so nice and tall, creating space in the body for new energy, new prana to exist within that space as we let go of everything that's no longer serving us today. So many times we have this desire inside of us at different points of our life, sometimes consistently, of just this desire for greatness. Greatness to me is really just about allowing yourself to be fully and completely, unabashedly who and what you are. That full, authentic expression, that really rare and unique expression of your humanity that will never exist again, just totally unfiltered, just allowing that to shine, to radiate from within your being with no shame, no fear, total comfort and confidence in the truth of your being. Jack Kerouac said, "Great things are not accomplished by those who yield to trends and fads and popular opinion." Great things do not come from trends, fads, and popular opinions. So you have to give yourself permission to be out of the box. And not just permission to be out of the box. You gotta start finding comfort within that space. Comfort away from the crowd. Comfort out of people's validations and acceptances of who and what you are. Comfort in conflict. Comfort in different, unusual, strange, weird. Because all of those things that you consider to be so strange, so unusual, that is the Roman candle. That is the part of you that wants to burn, burn, burn. Like that fabulous yellow Roman candle exploding like a spider across the stars. I want to be a dead firework. Give yourself permission to explode into this life experience, to be as fully vibrant. Just thrust yourself into this life experience in the way that only you know how. Take a few more deep breaths here, in through your nose and out through your mouth this time. Slowly and gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to start some gentle neck circles. So inhale deeply. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Begin to take those gentle neck circles in whatever direction feels the most comfortable and safe for you today. Remembering that we're never pressing into pain or tingling or numbness. When are you going to get tired of the game? When are you going to get tired of playing the part for everybody else, trying to make everybody else happy, trying not to piss off anybody else, trying not to offend anybody else, but just to stand in your own authenticity? And the next time you find your chin towards the chest, taking the rotation in the opposite direction. You're not here to mold yourself into some shape that is fit for the approval of the mass consumption. You're here to do great things, to be truly, unashamedly who and what you are in the most authentic way you know how. Inhale, take yourself back into that neutral, easy seated position. We're going to drop that rotation down into our heart space. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, press that heart space forward past those biceps and take that rotation through your rib cage, around those sits bones, the base of the spine. Inhaling from the front to the back and exhaling from the back to the front. Quite literally leading with our heart. How often do you silence your heart? How often do you silence the voice of your own soul because you're afraid to be in your truth? You're afraid to do the thing based off of what other people might say about you. Next time you find yourself towards the front of that rotation, taking it in the opposite direction. Inhaling from the front to the back, exhaling from the back to the front. Come back to center. We're going to come into that Sufi grind, so inhale deeply. Exhale, hinge forward from those hips, and begin to take that body rotation around the entire base of your spine, so the entire upper body this time. Matching your breath with the movement. Next time you find yourself towards the front, take it in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center, back into that neutral, easy seated posture. Take a couple deep breaths. We're going to be moving really slow today in our flow, you guys, so we probably won't get as many postures into our flow today because we're going to be holding each posture for about 8 breaths. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to come into our half lord of the pigeon pose. So we're going to take our left leg and we're going to bend that heel in towards our groin, just like so. The sole of the foot is actually facing towards the back wall. I'm going to scooch back so you guys can see a little bit better. And then we're going to take our right leg and we're going to cross it over the left. So you're going to place the sole of the foot into the earth outside of that left knee. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to twist your spine and you're going to drop the palm of your hand behind your right glute. And the left elbow is going to come to the outside of the right knee. You can take that thumb into heart center, or you can allow that hand to hang, just listen to your body. And you can take the gaze over your right shoulder if it feels comfortable and safe. 8 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose or mouth. We're going to give ourselves the ability to really feel into these postures today so that they can fully speak to us and open up our bodies. Allow any energy that might be stuck in our muscle tissue to move. Whenever you're through, we're going to come out of posture super, super slow. Take that left hand away from the heart space if you had that hand at your heart center. And just begin to gently untwist the spine and take those hands back to frame the hips. Or you can take those hands and gently use them to pick up that leg that's crossed over your right leg. Uncross it, lengthening through the left leg. We're going to bend through the right leg this time. And just take your time coming into posture, remembering there's no rush, we're not in a hurry. The slower I move myself into posture sometimes, the more my body is able to open up into the position. So take Your left leg, bend it. Plant the sole of the foot outside of the right thigh. Swing the left hand behind the left glute. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left leg. And gazing over the shoulder if it feels safe on the neck. Close your eyes. 8 breaths. In through the nose. Out through the nose or the mouth. I saw that my life was a vast, glowing, empty page. And I could do anything that I wanted. Super, super slow whenever you're through. Untwisting the spine. Take those hands back to frame the hips. Uncross the top leg and then the bottom. And you can kind of kick it out here for a second. Come back into that easy seated posture. We're going to do some spinal flex here. So we're going to inhale, cross the heart space past the biceps. Exhale, round through the spine. You can tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale forward, keep the crown of the head level to the sky. Exhale, take it in. Keep that crown of the head neutral. In alignment with the sky, shining into the sky. Just keep on going. All human beings are also dream beings. Dreaming ties mankind together. Inhale to center. Exhale fully and completely. Take those hands, gently rest them on top of the knees. Take a couple deep breaths. Super slow and gentle whenever you're ready. Opening up those eyes. We're going to come onto those hands and knees for our tabletop position. Shoulders stacked on top of the wrists, hips stacked on top of the knees. Nice strong center line of the body from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head. Gaze between the hands. We're going to come into those cat-cow stretches. So drop that belly, lifting the tailbone, taking the gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, rounding through the spine, taking the chin to the chest. Inhale into your cow. And hold it for 8 breaths. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, take the chin to the chest and hold it for 8 breaths. and continue on with that gentle flow of motion. After you finish that deep exhalation, moving that spine as fast or as slow as you need to today to warm up the body, warm up the spine. Curl those toes under, press those hips into the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe into that downward facing dog, release those heels down towards the earth, pressing the belly towards the thighs, gazing at those shin bones. Breathe into the body to count of 8. Whenever you're through, after that last exhalation, taking the gaze towards the top of the mat, step or float towards those hands and hang in your forward fold. Release the weight of the crown of the head completely towards the earth. Allow those arms to hang, fingertips gently resting into the earth, or taking those pinkies in the opposite elbows. A little gentle movement here, swaying side to side or remaining in stillness. Release those fingertips down into the earth. You're going to take your right hand, place it in front of your left foot. Take a gentle bend in those knees. Take your left hand to the inside of your right hand. Then you're going to bend through your right knee to facilitate a gentle twist here. You can gaze up at those fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. On your 8th exhalation, release that hand back down into the earth. Take it to the opposite side. Left hand comes in front of the right toes. Right hand comes to the inside of the left hand. Inhale, twist the body so that you can gaze up towards the right fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. Exhale, release that hand back down into the earth after your 8th exhalation. Pedal out those knees gently. Then ground both those feet, all 4 corners of both feet into the earth. Gentle bend in those knees, rolling up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out those arms. Inhale, reach those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, release those fingertips into the mat and roll up through the spine. Reverse your swan dive. Draw those arms overhead. Exhale, cactus it out. Inhale, reach those fingertips back into the sky, and exhale, swan diving forward. One more time at your own pace. Take your time. No rush. And then meeting in that Samasthiti or mountain pose. close your eyes, draw your attention back inside, and breathe into the body. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out those arms. Heart space is radiating forward. Inhale, draw the fingertips into the sky. Exhale, swan back forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those hands to your mat. We're going to walk them forward and step back for your downward facing dog. Beginning on our left side, you're going to inhale, lift that leg up into the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, rotate the ankle. Inhale, lengthen through the leg. Exhale, pull it all the way through for your low lunge. Release your right leg down into the earth, that right knee, and unfold those toes so that the top of your foot is gently resting into your mat. We're going to come into our low lunge, open twist. So you're going to keep your right hand grounded into the earth. And you're going to twist your body. Whoops. Lost my mic. Sorry about that, y'all. You're going to twist your body. Reach the left fingertips up into the sky. About to lose that mic. Gotta make sure it comes through. Hold that posture, breathe into the body 8 times. Exhale, swing that hand down to frame your foot. We're going to come into our low lunge with our quad stretch. So we're going to inhale, rise up. Draw those arms overhead, reaching those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, take your thumbs into your heart center. We're going to drop our right elbow over our left thigh, never on the knee. And working to take those hands into heart center. I'm going to turn so y'all can see what I'm doing. Gazing over the left shoulder if it feels safe on the neck. Untwist that spine. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, drop them down into the earth. Frame your right knee. Drop the glutes back towards the heels. Lengthening through the left leg. Flexing the left foot. Inhale deeply. If it feels safe, you can drop your forehead down towards your knee and breathe into your body. For your half split posture. Never pressing into pain, tingling or numbness. After your 8th exhalation, rising back up. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out those arms and lean forward. Shifting the weight forward. Opening up through the right hip. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips. Drop those hands back into the earth. Curl your toes under. Press your hips into the sky so that you can take that left leg back to meet the right. And pedal it out, or the right leg back to meet the left, excuse me. Got it, turn around, look off. I'm going to turn around again so I can see me this time. Taking it to the opposite side, grounding through the left foot. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Rotate the ankle. Inhale, lengthen through the leg, and exhale, pull it all the way through for your low lunge. Come down onto your left knee, uncurl those toes. We're going to take our right hand, place it in the arch of the right foot. We're going to twist through our spine and lift up. Reach the right fingertips into the sky. Or your left, excuse me. Right, yeah, right. Sorry, I'm turning around on you guys and I'm forgetting what direction I'm doing. After your 8th exhalation, release that hand back down in front of the foot. Inhale, rise up. Use your core strength. Reach those fingertips into the sky. Exhale. Drop those hands at heart center in prayer pose. We're going to take our left elbow, drop it over the right thigh, gazing over your right shoulder if it feels safe on your neck. You can make 8 breaths. And then untwisting through that spine. Inhale, reaching those hands into the sky. Exhale, drop those hands back to bring your left knee. Release the glutes back towards the heel. Stretch out through the right leg. Flex the toes. You can drop that forehead towards the knee if it feels safe. If that's a little bit too much for you, you can keep the gaze neutral towards the front of the room as you take those 8 breaths. Inhale, rising back up. Draw those arms into the sky. Reaching forward, pressing those hips forward, excuse me. Shift your weight forward. Open up through the left hip. Eighth exhalation, release those hands down to the mat, bringing the right foot. Curl the back toes under, press the hips into the sky. Draw that right foot back to meet the left foot and pedal it out for a moment. Inhale, shift your gaze towards the top of your mat. Step or float towards the top. Hang in that forward fold. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Draw the arms overhead. Exhale, cactus it out. Inhale, rise those arms upward into the sky. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release the fingertips into the earth. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, Samastahiti, a mountain pose. Keep those eyes closed. Breathe into the body. We're going to come into our tree pose. So whenever you're ready, grounding through whichever leg you want to start with to root into the earth. I'm going to start by rooting my left leg into the earth.
I'm going to kickstand my right leg so that my knee is pointed towards the right wall. And then slowly, with grace and ease, whenever I'm ready, I can come into the fullest expression of tree. Up on the calf, I can take it up in the thigh. You can come into half lotus. Just listen to your body and whatever feels safe for you today. Keep your eyes focused on that Drishti gaze, that one point of still focus on the wall, on the floor, that extra point of contact from the body to the earth. Avoid putting any pressure on your joints. Never rest the foot on the ankle of the knee. Super slow and gentle whenever you're ready. You can reach those arms up into the sky, spread those tree branches upward towards the sun. Exhale, release those arms down. Take that knee back towards the front of the room. Gently rest that foot into the mat and pedal out those legs. So we can take it to the opposite side, rounding through the right leg this time. Kickstand through the left. Take it into the fullest expression of posture that feels best to you today. That's reflective of what you did on the opposite side. So you want it to look exactly the same on this side as it did on the opposite side. Focus on that Drishti gaze. Grow those branches upward into the sky if you can. Exhale, take the knee towards the front of the room. Release that foot back down into the earth. Paddle it out. We're going to come into that Garudasana eagle posture. So take a gentle bend in those knees as you anchor both feet into the earth, all four corners of both feet anchored into the earth beneath you. Inhale, wings rise up. Take your right hand in front of your face. Left arm swings underneath, wraps around, palms come to touch. Or you can take your hands, gently rest them on opposite shoulders. Take those elbows away from your heart space. It's harder to do it once you're in posture, so lift those elbows up away from your heart, ground through your feet, cross the left leg over the right. Allow your foot to hang, or you can wrap those toes around the back of your calf, kickstand your toes, just listen to your body. You want to focus on the squeeze here. And fly out of it. Flap those wings. Pedal out those legs before we take it to the opposite side. Ground through all four corners of both feet. Take a gentle bend in those knees. Inhale, open up those beautiful big old wings. Left arm comes in front of the face. Right arm wraps underneath. Palms to touch. Crossing the right leg over the left. Focusing on the squeeze. Draw those elbows away from your heart. Give the back body permission to open up as you reach those elbows forward. Fly out of it. Grounding through those feet. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactusing out those arms. Inhale, reach those fingertips upwards into the sky, and exhale, diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop those hands into the earth. Take those knees into the mat. Swing the legs around in front of you. We're going to come into that Navasana boat pose. Use your core to keep your boat afloat. We don't want to create any dips in our boat. That water can come in. And that water, if you'll think of it as like other people's opinions, other people's judgment, other people's stuff, it's not yours. You want to keep your boat true to you, untainted by other people's energy, other people's beliefs, other people's stuff. So remembering that as we enter into this boat pose, keep the soles of the feet resting into the earth. Stretch those arms out in front of you. Palms are facing towards each other as they frame the legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the nose. And then inhale, lifting up through one leg and then through the other. Keep that belly pressed up towards those thighs. You can lengthen through those legs if you want to. Just listen to your body and where you're at today. And take those 8 breaths. And remember, it's okay if the body's twitching, if it's shaking, or resetting the nervous system. Eighth exhalation, you can release the soles of the feet into the earth. Come back into that seated position. Release those hands into the mat. We're going to lengthen through our legs so that we can come into that reverse plank posture. So you're going to take those hands. Fingertips can be towards your glutes or away from your body. Just listen to yourself and whatever feels the most comfortable and safe. I prefer my fingertips towards my glutes. And on your inhalation, you're going to lift those foot points up. You can take the gaze towards the sky or keep your gaze forward toward the front of the room. Take those 8 breaths. On your 8th exhalation, release the glutes super slow with grace and ease down into the earth. We're going to come down onto our forearms. Tuck the tips of the fingers underneath the glutes here so that we can come into our fish pose. Now, if you have a compromised neck in any way, do not come into the fish pose posture. You can keep the neutral gaze, the eyes directly in front of you. But if your neck feels safe and comfortable, you're going to inhale deeply, lifting the gaze towards the sky, dropping the crown of the head towards the back of the room, and then allowing your gaze to go behind you, towards the back wall, dropping the crown of the head towards the earth. Elbows are towards one another. And breathe into your body. You can point those toes. After your 8th exhalation, you're going to inhale super, super, super slow. Take the gaze back towards the front of the room. Release your hands out from underneath your glutes. Use your core strength to take your spine into the earth, vertebra by vertebra. Gently resting the arms at the side body. Close your eyes and breathe into your body for a moment. We're going to take one more posture before we come into our final Shavasana. We're going to do our legs in the air. So you can take those hands and rest them underneath your glutes, creating that stability for your lower spine. Use your core strength. Inhale, lift those legs up into the sky. Soles of the feet can be flat into the sky, parallel to the sky, or pointed toed. Just listen to your body. And breathe. Give that heart the opportunity to rest, relax. The best teacher is experience, not through someone's distorted point of view. Super, super slow with grace and ease, releasing those legs down, not fast, just as slow as you can. Use your core strength. Take those hands out from underneath those glutes. And then inhale, take your knees into your chest. Holding on to just your right leg. Inhale, lift up through your left. Exhale, release it down into the earth. Reaching out through your right arm. Left hand comes outside of the right leg, pulling it across the body. Gazing over the right fingertips if it feels safe on your neck. Close your eyes and draw your attention back inside. I want to work in revelations, not just spin silly tales for money. I want to fish as deep down as possible into my own subconscious, in the belief that once that far down, everyone will understand, because they are the same, that far down. Untwist the spine, super, super slow and gentle. Take those knees back into your chest. Holding on to the left leg. Inhale, lifting up through the right. Exhale, take it down into the mat. Reaching out through the left arm. Right hand comes outside of the left leg. Pulling it across the body. Gazing over the left fingertips if it feels safe. Because in the end, you won't remember the time you spent working in the office or mowing your lawn. Climb that goddamn mountain. Untwisting the spine. Take the knees back into the chest. Rocking side to side. Finding that happy baby posture, grabbing onto the outside edges of both feet, knees come into the armpits. And just continuing whatever gentle movement feels best for you, or remaining in stillness. You're craving that peace in your practice today. Be in love with your life. Every minute of it. Release those feet whenever you're ready. Lengthening through those legs for your final Shavasana. Drop those shoulders down away from the ears. Allow the arms to frame the body. Palms of the hands face down into the earth to ground or face up to receive. Allow the feet to fall to the side and relax. Breathe into the meditative aspect of your being. Relax. I have nothing to offer anyone except my own confusion. The world you see is just a movie in your mind. Rocks don't see it. Bless and sit down. Forgive and forget. Practice kindness all day to everybody, and you will realize you're already in heaven now. That's the story. That's the message. Nobody understands it. Nobody listens. They're all running around like chickens with their heads cut off. I will try to teach it, but it will be in vain. So I'll end up in a shack praying and being cool and singing by my wood stove, making pancakes. Super slow, grace and ease. Come back to the physical body. Take a little movement in your fingers and toes. Give them a little bit of a wiggle. Wrap your hands around your ankles or your feet around your hands around your wrists or your feet around your ankles. Can't talk, y'all. Take those gentle stretches necessary to reawaken the body, to come back to this time and place. Safe space on your mat. Full body cat stretches, whatever it is that feels good to you. And then draw those knees into the chest and rock and roll on the spine for a moment. We're not going to rush into a seated position. Rocking and rolling on that spine first, forward and backward. And then finally drawing ourselves upright into that comfortable seated position whenever you're through. Finishing up our practice today with 3 lines set now, saying truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. Tuck those thumbs into your breastbone, hands in prayer pose, elbows pointed towards opposite walls. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and completely. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam.
Satnam. 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 Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me here today for this beautiful practice. I love Kerouac. I love his viewpoint. I love how he takes me back to the remembrance that things are much more simple than I think they are, and that my need to compete, my need to be something particular or play the game, that I'm overcomplicating life. I'm overcomplicating what it's all about, this whole story and what it is, and just brings me back to that reality of the simplicity and the truth of what it really is all about. And so I hope that you guys were able to get some of that, from some of these really sweet quotes today. And just remembering how simple it can be, and that, we're already in heaven. We're already in heaven. That's the story. That's the message. Make the best of it. Be authentic. Be yourself. Shine in the sky like that yellow Roman candle and just burst into the stars. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have an awesome week. I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time.